Greetings everyone, it's me again, Ashra from Lemon Pictures, and it is very late at night. We actually wanted to go somewhere tomorrow, but Volume 5 of HIVESWAP FRIENDSIM came out, and I promised you guys to play it. Not only you guys, I actually have a fan. I promised to play a troll that came out today. So, what can you do? 1 hour at least less of sleep, but I won't record both episodes in a row because I actually have to get up early tomorrow and I can't wait much longer for sleep because it's 1:30 a.m. if you say that way in English speaking countries. Whatever. Walking. You are You sure are doing a lot of it recently. Back on Earth, you never got near this amount of exercise. You're gonna be so in shape when this is over. Provided you still have all your limbs attached and your bones uncrushed. You'll probably come up with safer ways to travel, a taxi or some sort of bus system. But you don't have any money and you can't read signs. Also, you are routinely covered in blood and bruises, so walking it is. Tired as you are, your feet still carry you toward friendship. Wait, what? Look at that guy. I recognize those horns somewhat, but I do not recognize the symbol or the question marks, obviously. If that person wasn't the troll call at all. Huh. Even though you're hella interesting, I promise to go with blue blood guy Zebruh Kodak first to a viewer. If he ever comes up. Okay, but you look hella interesting. But I guess you have to wait till Monday for the question mark guy. And yes, I will still upload the next episode Monday, so there will be no delay in that. Let's meet Zebruh. Your stroll, not troll, takes you into a nice part of town that seems to have larger, more McMansion-style hives. Based on your past experience on Alternia, you're not quite certain that upper-class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend. The power of positive thinking must be on your side, because someone emerges out of the shadows of these sprawling suburbs. Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met. Wow, how did I read you there? I'm sure I could have remembered someone with such unique looks. Why does he has all the quadrant signs around his speaking? You don't know where you are, do you? By this point in your time on Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you are lost and naive to the ways of the world, but you don't know what you could say to try to convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You nod your head reluctantly, but he actually looks more interested in you after confirmation that you're new to the high neighborhood. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivety? Is that a word? That would sure be fantastic luck. It's a good thing that you found that I found you. Not everyone is as respectful of lowbloods as I am. Oh, but I shouldn't make assumptions just because you're not much to look at. My bad. I don't mean to be forward, but you're just so interesting. Mind if I ask what color your blood is? You hesitate. Well, you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of alternate society. You're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about the role that blood color plays in this world. You've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colors to have. So what do you do? So we know he's an ally of lowbloods, so maybe... To get the first fail, we should lie and say we have a high blood color. Oh, really? It's not that I don't want to be friends with other high bloods, but I'm a busy troll, you understand, so only befriend folks that I might, you know, want to fill a quadrant with somebody someday. Besides, high blood just don't need as much help in our unjust society. Stay awakened. He bumps his fist in the air, in the air, okay? And you immediately copy him, but the gesture doesn't seem to be enough to change his mind about you not being oppressed enough for his tastes. So, I just don't think it's going to work between us. Out of his league. Game over. Yeah, that's about what I expected. His haircut looked a bit like the one of Jade. From there. But oh damn. I be damned. Maybe this one will be an easy task. I shouldn't say that. I know how that ended last time. Tell the truth. Red, huh? Oh wow, that's so unique. I've always liked the color red. Red isn't unique, but maybe you know what tone of red I speak about? I don't know. I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red blood before. Wait, what? What? Are you... Is this implying my headcanon about Wriggle and Wriggle being actually very flirty in order to save lives so that people don't get killed, or trolls don't get killed, just because they can't provide genetic slur? Which is one of the main reasons why Wriggle is so flirty, by the way. Now that I think about it... Oh jeez, no. Oh jeez, no. I mean, I don't think I've ever made friends with a red blood before. Yeah, sure. That's totally what you meant. You don't know what a quadrant is, or what it means to fill one. Given your experience on this planet so far, you're nervous that it could mean something violent. Well... But you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say that you're as excited for this friendship as he is. You come on strong. Nice. You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that. I have got plenty of spare rooms for my guests in my hive. Oh, I like this guy already. You know, because I believe it's important to help out undeserved members of the community when you can. Underserved, not undeserved. My hive is this way, shall we? He looked so goofy in the troll call. He doesn't look goofy at all in this. You follow him down the street, you guess. It must qualify as a nice night, because you see lots of other trolls walking around here too. Most of them are dressed as nice as Zebruh, and you see a few shabbier looking trolls that must be lowbloods walking with high bloods. Okay. Today is actually flushed affirmation day. Today is actually flushed affirmation day, so you'll see a lot of trolls taking their mates out to celebrate. So they do have an equivalent to an inside joke about the RP I do with Wriggle. Wriggle Wiggle Day. So basically Valentine's Day. Unlucky for you, my flush quadrant is currently empty. So I'm all yours tonight. That sounds a little weird. He doesn't need to be all yours. You assure him you're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friends with plenty of other friends. Sure. Sharing can be a good time if you're into that. Oh jeez, no. Whoa, okay. I could be speaking personally. Like, maybe with 2 lowbloods, but not in objectifying way. Everyone involved has got to respect each other, you know? Why is this guy so much like Wriggle? Why didn't I talk more about Wriggle in my previous talking about my trolls video? Damn it! Wow, what? You have no idea how your innocent comment about friendship got taken to this particular place. You decide that maybe the best thing to say here is nothing. Because who knows how he might misinterpret you next time. Huh. Looks like there are a lot of high blood, low blood couples out tonight for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see this neighborhood, to be honest, in this neighborhood. It's sad, but most of these low bloods are probably with their mates just because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of the high bloods to take advantage of that, but not everyone is as socially conscious as I am. I think it's super terrible when high bloods and don't treat their low blood mates just like the queens that they are. Only queens? That is okay. You look around at all the other couples. The class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the high blood trolls have scornful looks and their faces when talking to their low blood dates. Oh, have scornful looks on their faces when okay. Oh, that's whew. One troll dressed in cerulean is making her shabbily dressed matesprit kneel down so he can give her a ride on his shoulders. One troll dressed in cerulean is making her shabby dressed matesprit kneel down so he can... okay. It could maybe be a cute coupley thing, you guess, except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressing into the back of his neck. Wait, I mixed up the he's and hers in that sentence before, I think. You don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem kind of humiliating. Zebruh... oh god! His face! Zebruh sees where you're looking and shudders theatrically. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips an arm over your shoulders. I'm so sorry you shouldn't have to see something like that. You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your shoulders when you arrive at what must be his hive. It's the biggest and most McMansiony hive on the block. Woo! And when he stops in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture proudly at his sprawling home. Man, this is a troll of my style, right? Welcome to my humble abode. What? I just feel grateful, you know, to be able to share my wealth with those less fortunate. Why did I friggin' guess that? Zebruh. When you walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished looking white zebra. It has normal zebra markings all over its body, except for around its neck, where the dark gray zags have formed a shape that looks like a bow tie. Almost like it's wearing a suit. You don't know how its zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you. but that is unquestionable the energy you're getting. I don't mind Malusis. He's kind of socially old-fashioned. Oh, jeez. But he lets me keep lowbloods around the hive to help out and stuff. So he's not all bad. Let me give you a grand tour. As Zebruh takes you through the spacious hive, you can see the other trolls in several of the rooms. Oh, most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebruh's. Okay, I was just about to ask. You guessing these are the lowbloods you just mentioned? They seem to all be doing chores, sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime in troll-sized bathtubs for other, possibly fresher green slime. Huh. Interesting. Each of them glances up at you and Zebruh when you pass by, then looks a deferentially away. The Zebruh is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to whinny out what could be orders, or possibly he's just berating them. You arrive at an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs, where several lowblood trolls are hard at work cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a party. Zebruh seems to notice you noticing how all the trolls in here are scrubbing the floor and how they are all avoiding your eyes. See? I told you I take in plenty of guests. I believe it's important to promote diversity, you know? So that's why you don't see other indigo bloods here. Yeah, but making them work for you? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a Zebruh just being, you have to work or else. But looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves contributing your labor when it's necessary, right guys? A few lowbloods mutter an affirmation, while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate their whole bodies on the floor. Zebruh looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable. He doesn't introduce you to any of them. They don't all realize that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. Anyway, enough about my lowblood guests. Let's take care of you, shall we? Perhaps this loser has had enough of tolerating your presence, because it takes the opportunity to stop following you and go huff at more of Zebruh's guests. Now, for better or worse, you are alone, and Zebruh has turned all of his attention to you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly. The night is still young. I am happy to do whatever you want to do. If you feel like going out on this town to celebrate Flushed Affirmation Day, I have lots of other friends I could introduce you to. Help you meet the right kind of culture, you know. Or if you're tired, I can show you to your guest room now and we can have a nice night in. Go out or stay in? So what would be the obvious fail here? Anyway, what I wanted to get out of the way first is, okay, it seems cross-caste relationships seem to be a bit more common, but it's not really good most of the time, how it seems. Oh, jeez. Show me to my room, please, or let's go out. What could be a greater fail? My room. Let's try the room. You think that going out with Zebruh and Flushed Affirmation Day might potentially give him the wrong idea. And besides, you're pretty tired, so you don't feel like going out. You tell him you're ready to retire to your guest room now. Sure. Oh, bruh. By the way, have you heard of Chixie Roixmer? You probably haven't. You don't seem like you're a very serious music fan. Chixie? Chixie. That name rings a bell, but I am not sure. Was she in Patrol Call? I can look that up at some point. But you've got a great opportunity tonight to learn from me. One of her lowblood musician friends is playing a show for the holiday, and I can get us in because I'm super connected in the scene. We should go just in case she's there. Damn, sorry. You could have sworn you told him you wanted to stay in tonight. But okay, you can gather the remains of your energy and go out to his concert with him. That's what a good friend would do. So I wasn't gonna stay inside either way. Okay. Isn't lowblood friend of Chixie? That kind of reminds me of that of the bronze blood. That seems to be some sort of musician. The one with the really long shirt, who looks really distressed. He takes you across town to the concert, only trying to hold your hand or put his arm around you a couple of times on the way. So it could be worse. Maybe hand-holding is totally platonic on Alternia. You hope so. Okay. Woo. The concert itself is one troll with a guitar and harmonica who, according to Zebruh, is a lowblood whose songs are spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Chixie's. Okay. You enjoy the tunes as much as you can, but you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. You ask Zebruh what the lyrics mean, since the message is apparently important to him, but he gets annoyed with your question. What? The lyrics are about, well, they're about a lot of things, social justice and oppression and stuff. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it. Like, if you're not on my level already, I don't know what I can really say, you know? But enough about the music. I want to talk about you. What sort of things are you into? You haven't had many opportunities in Alternia to talk about your interests. How exciting! You say that you like playing games, but he's already interrupting you. Cool, sounds great. Really interesting stuff. You do not seem interested at all. I think my shirt is a bit tight. But what's your quadrant situation like? It's hard to pretend you know what he's talking about now that he's asked you about quadrants directly. You admit that you have no idea what he means by quadrant situation. Okay. Bad choice. Whoa, you're even more clueless than I thought. Don't worry. I still find you attractive. He goes into a brief, but not really brief enough, explanation of the 4 types of romance on Alternia. Mate Spritship, the flushed quadrant, which to you sounds the most analog to human romantic partnership. Moreligens, the pale quadrant, which sounds like an exceptionally codependent friendship by human standards. I do not know how I pronounce that, sorry. Auspicism, the action quadrant, which you don't understand at all. Nice one! And Kismisisku, the black quadrant, which just sounds like repeatedly hooking up with someone you hate. Well, you're fuzzy on the details of all of these, but you understand enough to get that he's asking if you're single. You tell him that you really just want to be friends. Of course, I respect your choices. If you ever change your mind, I'm here right here. And being in a quadrant with an influential, yet sensitive and socially aware indigo blood like myself could make it a lot easier for you to survive and thrive on Alternia. Wasn't he criticizing that kind of high blood, low blood socially advantageous relationship just a few hours ago, it wouldn't be very friendly of you to point out his hypocrisy, so you don't mention it. After another song, another troll at the club sidles up to Zebruh and whispers something in his ear, then skulks off again. Zebruh looks alarmed, glancing around him, edging towards the club exit. I just got a tip that there's about to be a calling at this concert. We should get out of here. Oh, jeez. Concerts get cold. Well, if the music is that kind of rebellious music, I can't guess why, but still. You definitely agree with him about wanting to get out of here. You look around at the rest of the audience still enjoying the show. You and Zebruh are the only ones getting ready to leave. Is he going to warn any of the other trolls of the danger? Oh no, definitely not. If I were to warn any of these lowbloods that a culling is coming, that could mean risking my life too. No, not that I've ever tried, but everyone knows that. The high bloods who were here will probably be fine though. We've got each other's backs. It's important to look after your comrades in the struggle. Okay. Sure, I get why it said self-proclaimed ally, okay. Sure enough, you can see that the other trolls here, who, much like Zebruh, stand up because they're wearing nice clothes, are casually but urgently leaving the concert venue. The lowbloods are all still clapping and singing along with the singers on stage. No one has given them a tip off. Come on, we got to scram. Oh. Okay, I guess. The two of you have scones getting away from the music club as fast as your legs can carry you. By the time Zebruh decides it's safe to slow down, you're tired and out of breath. Looking around, it seems like you've arrived back in the high blood part of town. You wonder if drones have descended on all those trolls in the club by now. And you just can't hear it because this neighborhood is too far away, closed off and sheltered from the violence. Phew, that was a close one. Going to low-blood cultural events like that can be dangerous, but it's one of the risks that you have to take if you want to be an activist. You don't really seem much of an activist if you don't even warn them of a calling, but yet I kinda get it in Alternia standards, I suppose, where killing is an everyday thing. I can't tell how many times I've risked a calling to fight for low-blood rights. Yeah, but listening to a concert isn't fighting for the rights. Civil disobedience is the only way to fight the authoritarian state. Again, it turns to... I mean, sure, but if the alternative leads to definite death, sure, I can understand, but still. I was so into this that I forgot. I'm sorry. He turns to you and takes one of your hands in both of his, looking deep into your eyes. I just think it's so cool how you supported me back there when we risked our lives for the cause. That's probably the best way you can contribute as an activist and ally, you know, by supporting me. And speaking of activism, we were talking about quadrants earlier. Let's get back to that. Come on. I promise Wriggle is not that slimy. This guy just does not want to take no for an answer. Once again, you reiterate that friendship is what you're looking for here. He nods enthusiastically and squeezes your hand tighter. Fuck yeah, I love friendship. I've always believed that a strong friendship is the best foundation for a successful romantic relationship. Oh! And many trolls start being friends first and enter into a quadrant later. Even if you try to be friends with, but then fight too much, that can still prepare you for Kalina's quadrant. Either way, the thought of being your friend makes my blood pressure beat a little faster. Sure, you say. if that we're doing is extolling the benefits of friendship, then boy do you have some things to add to the list. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of a platonic companionship with your fellow man. And friends can also come in handy when you need someone to help you move or take you to the airport or other non-romantic activities. You think friendship is a great thing to pursue for its own merits. Friendship is so great that once you have it, why would you want anything more? Hell yeah, totally. You're so right that friendship is a great first step. No. Did you enjoy the concert tonight? Did it pursue you to be an ally of for lowblood's rights? You think that going by your blood color and how often you have almost gotten killed by those more powerful on this planet, you're more like a member of the oppressed underclass than you are an ally. But you decide not to split hairs and just tell him that, yes, you'll be an ally to yourself. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. If you're an ally to lowbloods, then I'll allow you to be my mate spirit. Friend, you correct him. Friend. You can be his friend. Right, sure, yeah. I meant to say friend. You did not. Let's go with your hand finally, which at least counts for a partial victory and wicks. Okay then. Damn it! I thought I was heading in. Oh no! In the background, you can see it. I know. Oh no. All the way to now, all flirty characters have been somewhat of douchebags in some way or another. Even if it is like a low-key douchebag like him, he's like not really a douchebag, he's just really pressing. Tell him the truth, go all the way to this hive, and let's go out. Let's go to Vale, if that's a thing. Anyway, I'm not crazy about the idea of being alone with this guy for the rest of the night. Plus, if he's as popular as he says he is, that means more potential friends for you to meet. You tell him that you're interested in going out. Cool. That sounds like a great time. I'll just go get ready. Actually, I think I'm more in the mood for a nice quiet night in. So, you're actively doing the opposite of what I ask, of what I answer. I guess. Maybe television streaming servers and lower the temperature, if that's cool with you. Oh boy. If that has the same connotations as it does on Earth, it's not cool with you. You stumble through expressing the misgivings, but he talks over you. Great, sounds like we both are like staying in tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm psyched to stay in and have you all to myself. I just want you to feel comfortable whatever we choose to do. Yeah, but you choose the exact opposite. Come on, bruh. Zebruh? You're not sure why he asked you what you wanted to do, since your preferences don't seem to matter much. Oh, sorry there. My losers and my guests have probably prepared a delicious meal for you by now, but let's finish the tour first. I assume you want to see my room? You tell him, sure, bedrooms are a great way for people to express their personalities, and as his friend, you're interested in getting to know it better. He doesn't seem to have heard part of that sentence, but it's okay. Hopefully he got the gist. When you get to his enormous room, it's decorated with posters of musicians on the wall and what seem to be social justice slogans. One poster has a symbol with clawed hands in several different colors coming together to hold a trident with the word unity underneath it. Ooh, cool. Another poster features a rainbow of colors ranging from rust to olive green that proclaims him to be a lowblood ally. Two other lowblood servants are in here, one of them standing on the stepladder to dust some high shelves, while the other crawls around on the floor scrubbing and picking up wrappers that Zebruh seems to have just littered here. Pretty sweet place, huh? Right? You look confused by the posters. Your music taste probably isn't refined enough to have heard of my favorite bands. I only listen to subversive musicians that speak truth to power. Luckily, you have me to teach you how to confront your privilege and support marginalized artists. Also, did you notice my rad pile? It's a perfect setup for feelings jams with your moral. He winks at you. You don't know what a moral is or what he means by feelings jam, which sounds like in theory it could be a nice thing, but maybe not given the sleazy way he says it. You tell him that it looks like a very nice pile of things. You spot a couple pillows that looks like a puppet with a disturbingly long nose. Oh, I get what you hinted at there. Some random bow ties, a few horseshoes. Ah, for the zebra. Zebra. I don't know how to pronounce it anymore, thanks to his name. You look intrigued. Wanna lie down in it for a second? We don't have to do anything, but sometimes it can be nice to just, you know, pacify each other a little bit. He prowls on the pile that he probably thinks is an enticing way, like he wants you to draw him like one of your French girls. Ooh. I'm sorry. You turn away to try and hide the disturbed expression on your face, because turning down his advances probably isn't the best way to secure his friendship. As your eyes cast about the rest of the room, you notice that the lowblood servant scrubbing the floor is having a coughing fit. You can tell that she's trying to cough unobtrusively, but it seems like she's hacking her lungs up, with each big cough wrecking a whole body and making her shoulders shake. Concerned, you crouch down by her side. She jumps when she notices your concern and mumbles that she's fine and that you don't need to worry. But she doesn't look fine. Now that you're getting a closer look, you can tell that she seems to be unnerved and exhausted, with sickly shadows on her face and scraped up knees and elbows. She looks bad, and you know bad, considering how much of your time you've recently spent stumbling around this with various excruciating injuries. He mentioned to Zebruh that his guest is not looking so good. He frowns, getting up from his pile of stuff to come investigate, blinking down at you in confusion and not sparing a glance for the lowblood. What? What are you even talking about? The servant tries to go back on her scrubbing, but she struggles with coughing and scrubbing simultaneously. It's hard for you to watch. Surely she would feel better if she took a break and ate or drank something. You asked Zebruh about that hot meal he said was being cooked for you. Maybe you could give some of it to this poor sick troll. Jeez, you are making me look bad. There's no way my guest in my house could be going hungry. I respect lowbloods and do everything in my power to take care of them. What? You think you're a better ally than I am? Considering your status, or lack of thereof, on this planet, you're not sure you count as an ally so much as a member of the oppressed underclass. But you let that slide. You hasten to explain that you didn't mean to criticize him. You're sure he's doing a fine job at being an ally to lowbloods. Yeah, well, it's not easy. Whatever. Maybe we should go to eat now. I don't feel like having a feelings jam anymore. True that. He turns and leaves the room without showing any sign that he'll do something for the sick lowblood. You mouth an apology to her behind his back, and she just gives you a tired wave and goes back scrubbing. Zebruh leads you downstairs to the dining room, where his losers is supervising a team of lowbloods, setting the table with what looks like a 4-course meal. Wow. The look on the loser's Zebruh face is now even more disdainful than before. And its bow tie seems angrier. How can a bow tie seem angrier? Looks like dinner's almost ready. Cool, cool. Of course you're probably not going to offer to pay for any of it, are you? Figures. Lowbloods, I mean, trolls in general, are always expecting me to provide for them without ever offering any concupiscence in return. It's your house and they made it for you. What is there to pay? For once, you're kind of glad that you're unfamiliar with this any vocabulary and innuendo. You have absolutely no money, which he definitely knows. You can pay him back for the dinner in friendship? Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I want to be friends with someone who has a problem with the way I do activism. I have it on good authority from every other high blood I know that my intersectional practice is valid. Well, maybe valid in the eyes of high bloods who don't give a damn. You stumble over your words in your haste to assure him that you in no way meant to say he's not valid. You've never met a troll so valid. No one believes in his validity more than you do. Whatever, let's just eat. You all sit down and at the table while the lowbloods set the table, light the candles, and serve the appetizers. You can't help but notice that most of them look just as malnourished and sickly as the troll upstairs. But it might be the best not bring that up again. You eat in silence for a while, and Zebruh looks like he's stewing over something. Then he sets his fork down and looks over the table at you with a frown. You know what? I just realized. You totally denied my lowblood her own agency when you questioned me about not feeding her. Wait, what? You totally denied my lowblood her own agency when you questioned me about not feeding her. Yeah. What you said was totally problematic. You don't respect lowbloods at all, do you? Not like I do. Oh my. Sorry, but that's just sickening to me. I do not like people like that. Sorry. You tried to apologize, saying that it was not your intention to disrespect anyone, but that you're sorry you apparently did. He doesn't let you get the words out. People don't realize how tough it is to... Oh, damn. Sorry, mad hiccups. People don't realize how tough it is to be a high-blood troll who believes in social justice. Seriously, I face my own kind of oppression for speaking out and being an activist for low-blood rights. Sure, I bet. For one thing... Oh, no. Can I go one back? Close menu. For one thing, I never get the conciliation for concupiscence I deserve. My quadrants are always going unfilled because no one else agrees with my radical views. I thought you'd be different, but you don't get it either. You tried to tell him that he's got you all wrong. You agree with his radical views and believe in low-blood rights, which is why you are concerned for his guests in the first place. But he acts like you didn't say any of what you just said. Oh god. I met people like that, oh no. You're just, okay. I take everything back. I do not like this, this person. I mean, as a troll design, he's pretty fun to play and everything, but I do not like him as a person. You're just another one of the oppressors, complicating the unequal power structures of our fucked up society. Your lack of awareness of your own privilege really makes me sick. Yeah, you make me sick. Wow. You must think you're so oppressed with your red blood and multiple injuries. But what you're doing now, rejecting me and criticizing me, it's really exactly the same as what subjugulators do to the lowbloods they call. No? You probably deserve whatever shitty position you have in society, unlike me. I deserve to have this nice house and lowblood servants and full credits for being such a good activist, okay? He's standing up by now, advancing on you with his zebra stamping its hooves threateningly at his side. You scramble back, trying to make your way to the front door. It's tricky because you have to step around all the lowbloods who seem to be to feel strongly that they should get away from Zebruh when he's angry. You don't make it to the front door fast enough on your own. Ouch! With a terrifying queen scream, Zebruh loses, he rears up on its hind legs and strikes you with its hooves, battering you through the front door and breaking some of your recently healed ribs again. Ah, jeez. Take your privilege and offensive views and get out! Anyone who doesn't respect lowbloods is not welcome as a guest in my hive. It would behoove you to stay away. Nice. Game over, okay. I've got all the Zebruh endings. Kinda glad that is over. No offense to the one who requested me to play Zebruh and everyone else who likes Zebruh. Seriously, but I do not like those types of people. At all. Anyway, that's it for Zebruh. He's an activist ally, alright? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough so much. I'm really eager and really looking forward to... The music just suddenly stops, okay. To play actually the other troll, the question mark troll. The other one here. But I won't do it today because I have to actually leave early in about 6 hours and I still have to edit and sleep and everything. So, I will just say I really, really sincerely love all of you guys. And not in the Zebruh way, I actually really appreciate all of you. And by those means, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Cheerio!